eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At Taco Bell, we like to keep mornings simple because before 11 a.m., you're not down for whatever.
No.
You're not interested in trying new things.
No.
You want a breakfast that's toned down and delicious, like the Breakfast Crunch Wrap with fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown and a grilled tortilla.
I want to eat that.
See? You may not be a morning person, but it's morning, and you're a person. Taco Bell breakfast, served until 11 a.m. At participating Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only while supplies last.
It's currently 30 degrees in Cedartown.
Skies will be clear tonight. Temperatures cold. Lows will be in the upper teens. Tomorrow for Thursday, we've got partly sunny skies. It'll be a warmer day. Highs move into the mid-40s. We'll sprinkle in a slight chance of rain through the afternoon. We've got an 80% chance of rain for the first part of Thursday night. But after midnight, the rain clears out quickly. Friday, partly sunny and a high of 35. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
The Big Double A.
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Cedartown High School basketball.
He dunks it! Lays it up, got it! Three-pointer try. Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball, right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School basketball on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big Double A, as the Cedartown Lady Bulldogs still looking for that first win in region play. We'll be taking on the Central Lady Lions. Central at 8-6 overall, the Lady Bulldogs at 5-11. Central Lady Lions wearing all maroon, trimmed in white. Lady Bulldogs in their home uniforms here. This game originally scheduled for yesterday, but due to the potential for bad road conditions, the decision was made after the cancellation of school to move this game to tonight. Along with Sam Branch, Andrew Carter here with you from the Dog Pound. Your starters for the Lady Bulldogs will be Hayden Barclay as well as Kendall Pace. Aaron Barrow will also get the start for Cedartown. The forward, Anna Kate Bussey, also getting a start. And the freshman guard will be Kinsley Boozer. Sam, Lady Bulldogs looking for a region win, and they've got a pretty good chance to get one tonight, I think.
They do. Central comes into tonight's game with an overall record of 8-6, 1-2 on region play. They were able to knock off Southeast Whitfield, and that is their only win in region play. Starting five for the visiting Central Lions: number 5, Riley Rainwater; number 15, Chancey Powers; number 22, Camry McEwen; number 25, Molly Young; and number 23, Rachel Wilson. So those are the starting five for the visiting Central Lady Lions. To the center circle, it'll be Marin Barrow for the Lady Dogs, and it looks like number 3, Rachel Wilson for Central. And we are almost underway here at Cedartown High School. Wednesday night high school hoops here on the Big Double A. The tip-off will go to the Central Lady Lions. Powers with it. We'll bring it across the timeline. She's going to work to the right side, near side, and then she will go into the corner. It's going to be McEwen. McEwen's going to work it to the top side. Now they'll work it over to the left. They were trying to get it to Riley Rainwater, and it's thrown out of bounds. It'll be Cedartown basketball. Central wearing their road maroon uniforms with white letters and numbers. Cedartown in their home whites with the red block letters, numbers trimmed in black. Haven Barclay will bring it down the floor over to the left side to Marin Barrow. Barrow is going to go far right side to Anna Kate Bussey. Bussey is going to go to Barrow now. Back outside to Bussey. Bussey, top of the key to Boozer. Boozer to the left side. Kendall Pace, Pace is going to try to drive top side. Now they'll go to Boozer on the wing. Boozer's going to drive the baseline. The little floater is up, and it is no good. And it is rebounded by number 23, Wilson, and then it is thrown out of bounds. It'll be Cedartown basketball. Both teams still looking for their first points of the evening. Cedartown working from right to left if you are looking at your radio dial. Anna Kate Bussey will inbound it to Haven Barclay. Barclay will bring it down the floor for Cedartown. Central not showing that full court press, which we are accustomed to seeing. And we've got a timeout called of the officials. I don't think the shot clock was working correctly because it only ticked off 35 to 33, and it should be down to about, 28 by now? 29 at the very least, I would think.
Yeah, I think that's what the word is. They're going to have to stop play for that. They're going to have to, I guess, go get somebody. I'm not exactly sure. It froze up at 33, I think.
Coach Green is going to leave the floor, it looks like, to maybe go track down somebody to see if they can get some work done on the shot clock. While we've got a moment, let's take a look at Central's record coming in tonight. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast, 8-6 overall, 1-2 in region play. They lost to Heritage by a final score of 63-32 and to Sonoraville by a final of 57-34. Their lone win region does come against the Southeast Whitfield Raiders by a final of 41-19. Looking at some of their other common opponents, they were able to knock off Haralson County twice, I'm assuming, and that would have been in tournament play, 34-32 and then again 34-17. They also lost to the Rockmart Lady Jackets by a final score of 43-30. They defeated East Paulding 53-21, lost to Heard County 42-40. That was way back in the middle of December. So that kind of gives you some comparison as it goes to common opponents that both of these squads have faced already. Of course, Cedartown will face Southeast Whitfield on Friday, and that will be kind of the flip point of the schedule.
That's the halfway point of the schedule, and then we flip it back over and play home and away for the rest of the region. We, of course, will end the regular season as we make a trip to the Central Lions toward the end of January, early February. But they're still trying to get the shot clock issue resolved. In fact, they had to reset the entire game clock as well. So they only got it back, the game clock back down to 7 minutes. So
this shot clock is showing 25. That's right in front of the broadcast booth here. And then the one at the far end is showing 33. So the shot clocks are not communicating with each other. And that, of course, is the reason for the stoppage in play early on. Both squads, again, still looking for their first points. We're right at a minute into this basketball game and already a stoppage in play due to
technical issues.
Yeah, equipment malfunctions. All right, so they've shut this shot clock, turned completely off. It's reset back at 0.
I love you're getting the commentary of the fix-it job.
That's about all I can do right now. I didn't come prepared with a lot of notes.
Neither did I.
I didn't think we were going to have to fill time, but you'll look at their lineup, Andrew, and they've got a senior forward that is coming in at 6 foot tall for Central. However, she's not on the floor unless they've just got the numbers wrong as far as max prep goes. You would think that number 23, Rachel Wilson, she's not listed with a height beside her on the max prep roster, but you would think that she's pretty dang close to 6 foot.
Yeah, she is. And a lot of the names that we've kind of grown familiar with the Central Lady Lions have gone on and graduated. They've had some great girls basketball teams in years past, and they've still got a pretty good program now, but they're definitely having to move on with some new. Leah Adams is one that we have called out a lot over the years, as well as Chancey Powers and Cameron McEwen and those top names there. But this team is scrappy, and I think Lady Bulldogs are certainly trying not to look past that. They've got one of the shot clocks, the one here on the right side. We're looking at it from the home side. On the right side basket is reading 35. The one on the left side is reading 33, so they still don't have them quite synced up. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's take this timeout. Let's take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with more basketball action here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and price to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back here to Cedartown High School, the Doghouse. They're still attempting to fix the issue with the shot clock, so we've been stuck at 7 minutes, 8 minutes to go. No score in the ball game between the girls, the Cedartown Lady Bulldogs and the Central Lady Lions. Along with Sam Branch, Andrew Carter here with you from CHS. And on the equipment note, I guess you could say, some good news came down the pike recently that this facility will be getting a brand new sound system, which is certainly great news. And it sounds like they might be needing to get a new scoreboard system too. But hopefully they'll get that problem solved here in a moment. Also of note, the football program has gotten some news. They're going to be getting some updated equipment for the upcoming season, including a brand new scoreboard, which has been a long time coming for the Cedartown football program, as well as a new sound system for the football stadium as well. And Sam, I know you'll appreciate that very much.
Oh, absolutely. I love a new sound system, but I tell you, kudos to the Board of Education and the superintendent's office and the AD and principal and everyone that's here involved in making those decisions. You know, it would be nice if we could just wave a magic wand and have very nice state-of-the-art facilities and amenities appear overnight, but that's not the way that it works. But PSD has diligently worked toward upgrading and updating schools all across the county, not just on one side of the county or the other, although it does seem like sometimes that happens. But
yes, it does.
But of course, the folks on the other side of the county would say the same thing. But you can definitely tell that this board and this administration are committed to making improvements, and that's just the latest improvement. Of course, a couple of years ago, both football fields received the installation of the artificial turf. This will be our third year playing on that turf, if memory serves me correctly.
Correct, yes.
And so, you know, that's just again goes to show you, and it looks like both shot clocks are now showing 25. They had to do a reset. That one is still not showing 35 though, and this one is. So the one directly in front of us, if you can imagine yourself looking at the basketball court, if you look to your right, that shot clock over the basket is showing 35, but the one to the left is only showing 25.
Well, and another new thing that this building has gotten has been the new floor. You know, we got the new flooring down here. It's probably been about 3 years ago now, but last year they repainted the flooring. They did a complete different redo of the floor, which looks great. I'm sure if you've been here or watched our Facebook Live feeds and on the NFHS network, you've seen it to where they have the new logo on the floor.
Looks like we're going to go back to playing basketball, Andrew. The shot clock, again, is only showing 35 on the right side. My guess is what they will do is they will run the shot clock based off of just this shot clock on the right, which means that at one point, each team will have their backs to the actual shot clock, the real time. My only question is it going to run that one when it runs this one? and it doesn't look like it is. Now, I would run it all the way down to 25. Nope. We're off by a second.
Well,
we're off by 2 seconds.
It's like, I don't know. I wasn't involved with the install of this stuff, but I don't really understand why this is an issue here. One would expect that this kind of an issue would be resolved, but I don't.
They're out of sync, and they're off at times by, it looks like almost 2 seconds. Yeah. You see, you're 8 and 3 here
They're
now.
running them all the way down. Yeah, and they're still out of sync too.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear it at home, but one shot clock was buzzing, and then the other one started to buzz. And I think the officials are not going to allow that to happen. So what I hope does not happen, and we're going to turn our mics off so our ears don't get destroyed here when this buzzer goes off again, is that this game somehow gets forfeited. And that would be extremely unfortunate if that does occur. They are still trying to get the shot clock figured out. So I don't know exactly what the case is going to be. It looks like they're going to put thumbs up and we're going to go. So, all right, we're going to see what happens.
All right. Well, this will be interesting for all of us.
Very interesting.
Again, I think they're going to operate off of the shot clock that's on the right side. That will be the official shot clock, and that's what we'll have to all pay attention to.
Well, now they both show the same time.
We'll see what happens when they hit the button. Inbounds pass is going to go to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer, top of the key. She's going to work to the left side to Barclay. Barclay into the corner. It's going to be Pace. Pace is going to drive the baseline. Oh, tried to kick it over to Boozer, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown. It will be Central basketball, and this shot clock on the left never moved.
Yeah, it's frozen at 25. But the one on the far end, which is the one that Central is heading toward, does have operation.
And I say let it run.
Let it run.
All right, so it will be Powers on the inside. She tried to get into the lane. Now they're going to drive on the baseline off of a deflected pass again. Pass deflected, working to the outside to McEwen. McEwen's going to come back to the far side. Haven Barclay with the steal. She'll get it ahead to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer on the drive to Pace. Pace on the baseline. The layup is up and in, and it is good. And the Cedartown Lady Dogs are on the board 2-0. Now it's Powers. Powers across the timeline. Near side, she's going to work it into the corner. It'll be Young. Young goes to the baseline to Rainwater. Now they'll bounce it back outside to McEwen. Top of the key. McEwen's going to work to her left. Now she'll come back to the right. It'll be Powers. Powers going to work around Barclay. Ran into a wall there, and then they get her for the travel. And that is a turnover. Cedartown basketball. 6:15 left to play here in the opening period. Sub coming in for Central, it will be number 20, Leah Adams. Inbounds pass will come from Bussey. Bussey is going to get into Barclay. Haven will bring it across the timeline. She's going to work over to the right side to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. She's going to work off of a high screen. Loses it. Picked up by Central, and then Kinsley gets it right back. Keeps it alive for the Lady Dogs. She'll work to Pace. Pace is going to go right back to Boozer. Boozer, high, shot off the glass. It is up, and it is good. And just like that, the Lady Dogs have a 4-point lead, 4-0. Just under 6 minutes to play. McEwen with it on the wing for the Lions. She's going to work to the right side. They will go into the corner. It's going to be Young. Now they're going to go back to the outside. It'll be Rainwater. Rainwater's going to drive the lane. The little floater is up and no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Central. The Cedartown Bulldog Lady Dog defense holds there. And we'll get it right back with 5:36 left to play.
Yeah, very good start by the Lady Bulldogs, defensively speaking. There have been a couple of turnovers we've done on offense, but we've gotten it right back, and Lady Dogs with the lead right now. There's
Bussey
another turnover.
Has it stolen by McEwen. McEwen, it's going to be 2-on-1. Puts on the brakes. Oh, but a good block there by Barclay, but the shot back is up, and it is good from Central. 4-2. Barclay with it across the timeline for the Lady Dogs. She's going to go to the left side to Barrow. Barrow on the wing. Out in three-point land. Switches it over to the corner. It's Bussey. Bussey back to Boozer. Boozer now on the wing. Works to the top of the key to Pace. Pace, the give and go to Barclay, and it is tipped away, and it's picked up by Central. It'll be McEwen with it, far side. She's going to work it to the left side. They're going to put it on the floor and drive. It's going to be Young on the baseline. The kick out to Rainwater. The three is on the way, and it is up, and it is good from Rainwater. And just like that, Central is up by 1. 5-4 your score.
You know, Sam, this happens a lot for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll get off to a quick start, but then all of a sudden the other team catches back up, and right now Central's been on a 5-0 run, so Cedartown led 4-0.
Top of the key, it's going to be Anna Kate Bussey. Bussey with it. Looks back to the left side. They'll go to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. The freshman Bulldog looking for somebody open. Gets Pace at the top of the key. They'll go right back to Boozer with it. Has to go to the left side into the corner to Barrow. Barrow back to Pace. Pace wanted to give on the go, but couldn't get it. So she just has to put it on the floor. Drives the baseline. The shot, almost kind of a shot. Bussey tried to save it. Went right back into Central. McEwen with it. Going to drive. Knocked away by Barrow. Recovered by Wilson. The shot is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Marin Barrow. Haven Barclay with it. Right at the Bulldog logo. Left side, they'll go to Bussey. Bussey on the perimeter. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Finally goes with it to Pace. Pace kicks out to Barrow. High arcing three, and it is short. Rebounded by Pace. The kick back out to Barrow. Barrow goes to the left side. It's going to be Haven Barclay. Barclay with it. Now to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. Pace. Pace gets it to Barclay. Barclay goes to Barrow. Barrow back to Barclay. Fires a three, and it's good from Haven Barclay. She puts the Lady Dogs back on top, 7-5. McEwen with it. Near side. Going to work back to the middle of the floor. The defense now will come out and get her. It's Pace. She knocks it away, tips it. They go into the backcourt, bring it back into the front court, and it's going to be into the corner to Young. Now they try to go back to the top side, and it's going to be Powers with it. McEwen now back to the corner again. They go to Molly Young. Young works back to the middle of the floor. Edwards is going to fire it into the lane. The shot is up, and it is a foul. And Rachel Wilson will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First foul on anybody.
You're going to get Haven Barclay on the foul. Number 5, her first. As Sam mentioned, the first team foul.
So Wilson to the free throw line. The first shot is up, and it is no good. Subs coming in for the Lady Dogs. It'll be Chastity Washington, Asia Ware, and Taurine Golden. Pace, Bussey, and Barrow will come out. Second one on the way from Wilson. That one's going to be short. Rebounded by Asia Ware. Ware will give it up to Barclay. Barclay is going to bring it down the court for the Lady Dogs. One thing that Central is not doing, they are not pressing this Lady Dogs offense, but they create a turnover underneath while we were trying to get it to Barclay. It's going to be McEwen with it. Top of the key going to work to her right. She's going to drive the lane. The little floater is up, and it is no good. Taurine Golden comes away with the rebound, but she was falling out of bounds. Tried to save it, and she goes to Central. It's going to be Wilson. She's going to drive the lane. The shot is up, and she draws the foul again. This time they'll get Asia Ware. So Rachel Wilson will go back to the free throw line for the second time tonight, 0 for 2 so far. Cedartown with a 2-point lead. Make it 1 now as Wilson hits on her first free throw attempt of this trip. 7-6 now your score. 2:36 left to play here in the first. Wilson will come set. Dribbles 3 times. The shot is up, and it is going to be short, but it is taken. The rebound is taken by Central. It'll be Rainwater. She's going to work to the right side to McEwen. McEwen on the wing. Going to work back to Rainwater on the left side. Now they'll go into the corner. It's going to be Edwards. Edwards is going to drive just inside the arc. The shot is up, and it is no good. But the offensive rebound is tracked down by Rainwater. They'll kick it back outside. A 3 on the way from McEwen, no good. And again, the rebound is taken by the Central Lady Lions, and we've got a jump ball called.
Yeah, thank you, Chastity Washington there. Cedartown had ample opportunity to get an offense or to get a defensive rebound at least twice over there, but we just couldn't hang on to the ball. But good job there by Washington to force the jump, and it will turn over to Cedartown.
Inbounds pass will go to Haven Barclay. Barclay is going to bring it down the floor for the Lady Dogs. They picked her up at half court, left side. It's going to be Chastity Washington on the wing. Washington is going to drive. Shot is up, and it was blocked. And Central comes away with it. McEwen going to drive right side. Now she's going to drive the paint, runs over a defender, and they will get the charge on McEwen.
Good job there by Chastity Washington to set up that charge right there. Fell right down on her back, and they'll call that just about every time.
Under 2 minutes left to play here in the first period. 7-6. Lady Dogs with a 1-point lead. The give and go to Barclay. Barclay, and she is going to be fouled, and Haven Barclay is going to draw the foul and go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
We're going to get their number 5, Riley Rainwater, on the foul, her first, and the second team foul for the Central Lady Lions.
Barclay to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Having a discussion at the scorers table between the official. And now we're ready to go. I think they wanted to check and make sure that they had the foul right. Barclay comes set. Shot is up, and it is good from Haven Barclay. 8-6 now the score. Lady Dogs up by 2. Haven will try to extend the lead out. Comes set. Free throw attempt is up, and it is off to the side, no good. Almost rebounded, though, there by Kinsley Boozer. But Central comes away with it. Now on the other end, the shot is high off the glass, and it is no good, and it's rebounded by Asia Ware. Ware will give it up to Barclay. Another good defensive stand there by the Lady Dogs. Barclay in transition, right side to Boozer. Boozer will go back to the left side. Chastity Washington is going to drive, loses the handle, picked up by McEwen. McEwen near side. She's going to go ahead to Rainwater in the corner. Going to go right back to McEwen on the baseline. 360 spin in the lane. The shot is up, and it was good. Just a solid move there by McEwen underneath.
Yeah, quite an effort there by McEwen. Spinning around, was able to keep that pivot foot down and got the layup to go in.
Tie ball game. Chastity Washington with it. Right side to Golding. Golding is going to work back to Washington, top of the key. Now she'll go to Haven Barclay. Barclay with it. Going to go to the left side. Top of the key to Ware. Ware's going to go back to Washington. Washington's going to fire a 3. That one came out really flat, and it might have even been deflected a little bit. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Central basketball. Kendall Pace is going to check back in for the Lady Dogs. She's going to get Chastity Washington.
Not deflected unless we deflected it. Central gets the ball back with 48 seconds here in the first.
McEwen with it, top of the key. Right side, Edwards. Edwards is going to work underneath to Young. Young is going to go back to McEwen on the wing. Now she's going to work back to the middle of the floor. A 3 on the way, and it is up, and it is no good, and it is rebounded by Kendall Pace. Pace with it near side. Now she's going to dish underneath to Boozer. Boozer, the layup is good, and the Lady Dogs are back on top, 10-8.
See, and that's what we've been trying to set up this entire quarter. And right place, right time, Lady Bulldogs get the play going, and there's a tip away, but they get it back.
That's the second time Kendall has had almost a near steal there at midcourt against McEwen. Both times Central able to track it back down as McEwen fires another 3, and she is fouled.
Yeah, they're going to get Kinsley Boozer on the 3-point play foul, and that'll send McEwen to the line for 3 from the charity stripe.
So a chance for Central to take the lead here with 4 seconds left. First free throw attempt is up, and it is in and out, no good. So at the very best, Central could tie it. 10-8 is your score. McEwen gets set. Second one on the way. It is up, and it is good. A 1-point game now, 10-9. McEwen comes set for her third and final free throw. That one is up, and it is no good. Loose ball. Kendall Pace knocks it over to Haven Barclay. Barclay picks it up. A long 3, and it is good from half court.
How about
Haven Barclay from half court hits a 3 to end the first period. We'll go to the second period of play. Your score 13-9 back after this 60-second break here on the Big Double A.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Central will have it to start the second period of play. They're going to go to the baseline to Young, and she throws it in off of Marion Barrow as she's going out of bounds, so it will stay Central basketball. But, Andrew, what a way to end the first period of play. The half-court three from Haven Barclay.
The buzzer prayer right there is what it was, and prayers were answered.
Inbounds pass will go to Rainwater. Top of the key, right side is going to be McEwen. Now they'll come back to the near side to Powers. Powers going to work off of a double team almost. Tries to get it in the lane. Knocked away by Pace. Golden picks it up. She'll go ahead to Kendall Pace. Pace on the breakaway. 1-on-1. The layup off the glass is good from Kendall Pace, and it is 15-9.
I like it. A 5-0 run here.
Quickly, Powers to the left side to McEwen. McEwen into the corner. They'll go to Rainwater. Back outside to Powers. Lost it for a moment. Picked up by Barclay. Barclay will go ahead to Pace. Pace is going to go back to Barclay. She's going to go to the right side to Torian Golden. Golden's going to drive the baseline. She'll stop there, kick out to Pace. Pace puts her head down, drives forward. The shot up, it is good. Count the basket, and she'll go to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play.
Outstanding to get the foul on Leah Adams, number 20, I do believe. That'll be first team foul for Central in this period. And a chance for the senior to extend the lead to 9 points.
17-9 your score. The and one on the way from Pace. High off the glass, no good.
Didn't touch the rim.
Nope. So it will go automatically back to Central. But Cedartown on a 7-0 run. Inbounds pass will go to McEwen. McEwen will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Lions. She's going to work to her right side. Now she'll go back to the middle of the floor to her left. Now they'll swing it to the far left side to Rainwater. Rainwater works it back to the middle of the floor. Left side, it's going to be Young. Young trying to drive the baseline, tiptoeing across that line. Left side, Rainwater pulls it down. The shot is up. It is blocked by Pace. And the loose ball is picked up by Central. They'll bounce it back outside. It's going to be number 23, Rachel Wilson. The shot is up, and it is no good. But Wilson is going to go to the free throw line for the third time already, and they get the foul called on Anna Kate Bussey. 4 different Lady Dogs now with a single foul apiece. And Rachel Wilson to the free throw line for the first time this period, the third time of the half that she misses the first one.
You know, the ball should belong to Cedartown because they were going around under the basket. It was dribbled on the line, and the official didn't see it.
You are correct. I thought I saw that one as well. Wilson hits on her second one.
Now they are going to press.
It is 17-10 now. Got to go. They'll go to Bussey. Got to go ahead. They'll try to go to Barrow, and it's knocked away, and Central comes away with it. Now they'll give it to Rainwater. Rainwater in the paint, high off the glass, and it's good. 17-12, a timeout called. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
6:20 left to go here in the first half. Cedartown leads 17-12, but Central has changed their defensive strategy, starting the press, and Lady Bulldogs have had a little trouble adjusting to it.
Anna Kate Bussey will handle the inbounds pass for the Lady Dogs. She's going to get it into Barclay, and Barclay's just going to push it up the near side. That's one way to break it right there.
That's how to do it.
Kendall Pace, top of the key, left side now to Barrow. Barrow on the wing. Golden, top of the key. She's going to work to her right. They'll go to Barclay. Barclay to Bussey. Bussey, now she's going to try to drive the baseline, takes it all the way to the basket. The layup is up and good.
What a move. Went around the defender, just deked her out. Had a clear lane to the hoop.
Back to a 7-point lead, 19-12. Over to the right side, they throw it away. Central does, and it'll be Cedartown basketball. The one thing that I worry is now that Central is in this full court press, once we break it, it speeds up our pace of play quite a bit.
Yeah, it does.
Inbounds pass is going to, they try to get it into Barclay. They knocked it away, but then Anna Kate Bussey is there to pick it back up, and now we'll get it across. Barclay on the left side and has it knocked away by McEwen. McEwen will bring it up the near side. She's going to slow down and wait for help. She'll bounce it out to the wing now. Left side, they'll go to Edwards. Edwards is going to go into the lane. It's going to be number 20, Adams. Now the kick out. They'll go back to McEwen, the steal. Kendall Pace is going to pick it up on the right side. Off the glass layup is no good. Taurine Golden was there to go for the rebound, and I think she's going to be fouled.
I believe you're right. We're going to check the official. Number 20 picks up the foul, Leah Adams. That's her first. Asia Ware and Boozer are going to go in the ball game as Haven Barclay and Kendall Pace get a breather.
When Central presses, despite the fact that we have been able to break it most of the time, it just speeds the offense up so much more on the other end of the floor, and that really disrupts Cedartown. We'll see how well we're able to adjust as we throw it away, trying to get it to Asia Ware. It's going to be number 5, Riley Rainwater with it, and she has it knocked away by Boozer, and that lands in the second row of the bleachers.
Almost in my lap.
I'm telling you, we got to stay alert tonight. Inbounds pass is going to come from number 25, Molly Young. Young will go outside. Now they'll come right back to Young with it. Young wearing a big knee brace on that right side. She'll kick it over to Rainwater. Rainwater's going to try to drive. Puts on the brakes. Is double teamed. Now they'll kick it back out. Over to the left side to McEwen. Now they're going to work it underneath, and it's going to be a foul. And Leah Adams is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Maren Barrow will pick up the foul. She definitely did. She was trying to block the ball, but ended up hitting her on the head and the ball. So that'll send Leah Adams to the stripe.
First trip for Adams. First free throw attempt is up, and it is no good. Cedartown now with 5 Lady Dogs with a single foul each. Barrow will come out. Chastity Washington will check in for Cedartown. 4:53 left to play here in the opening half of Wednesday night high school hoops here at the Doghouse. Second one on the way. It is up, and it is good from Adams. 6-point game. Inbounds pass will go to Boozer. Boozer's just going to push it ahead. Goes past all of the defense. The shot was up, and it was no good. She got her on rebound. The putback was no good. And it's going to be a jump ball called. It'll be Cedartown basketball. So Cedartown gets it back.
It's close to being a foul, but no call over there. They do get the jump, and Cedartown will have a fresh inbounds pass here.
Bussey will inbound it. Goes to Boozer. Boozer turn, and his shot was up, but she was fouled. And she will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Foul called on Riley Rainwater, number 5, her second foul. Team foul number 3 for the visiting Central Lady Lions. A chance for the freshman to shoot a free throw or 2. Well, there's no or about it. It'll be 2 attempts.
Boozer comes set. First one is up, and it is off the side of the iron. No good. 22, Camry McEwen will check back into the game for Central. Boozer comes set. Second free throw attempt is up, and that one is off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound taken by Central. It'll be Adams with it. Adams will go to the left side. They'll go to Powers. Now they'll go to Edwards. Edwards going to work it back to the middle of the floor. They'll go back to Chancey Powers. Powers on the wing. She's going to work to the left side. They'll go to Allie Grace Edwards. Now into McEwen. McEwen going to drive the baseline. The floater is up. It is no good. The rebound and the putback is no good. And then she saves it, but she was on the line. The kick out. The 3 on the way off the front of the iron. No good. Anna Kate Bussey comes away with the rebound for the Lady Dogs. Asia Ware with it. Across the timeline, right side to Golden. Golden now on the wing, has a defender in her face, but she's going to try to go around her. Needs help. She'll get it from Bussey. Bussey at the top of the key. They'll go to Washington, who was fouled in the paint. No call. The hook shot is up, and it is no good. Rebound taken by Central. McEwen with it, near side. She'll go to the top of the key to Powers. Powers will set up the offense, goes to the left side to Edwards. Edwards is going to try to work it into the paint. A steal by Boozer. The Bulldog freshman will go ahead one-on-one, and she is fouled hard by McEwen, and Boozer will go back to the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, one thing that I think Chastity Washington's going to learn, she probably should have gone on the right side of her to kind of act as kind of a blocker to keep that defender off of her. Boozer would have had the easy lay-in had she done that, but she'll have 2 at the line anyway.
First one on the way from the Bulldog freshman. Off the back of the iron, no good. Another thing that Chastity moving to that right side is, if both players are on the left side, it's going to be one of the two, and they're not going to pass it across the paint when you get down low. It takes all of the guesswork out of that for the defender.
Haven Barclay checks in the ball game as Annika Bussey will come to the bench for just a little bit.
Second one on the way from Boozer, and that one is good. So Boozer is now 1 of 4 from the stripe. 7-point lead for the Lady Dogs, 20-13 as we approach 3.5 minutes left to play here in the second period of play. Left side to Powers. Powers will go back to the top of the key, almost a steal, and there is the steal. Asia Ware comes away with it. She'll give it to Washington. Wide open, the layup is good from Chastity Washington. The steal from Asia Ware, the finish by Washington, 22-13.
Washington would not have been open had she not fallen.
Had she not fallen.
When she fell, she was still left in the backcourt, and when that steal happened, she was right there to get that lay in there. We're going to keep it right here during the timeout. 3:19 to go here in the first half. 22-13 the score. This Lady Bulldogs team seems to be communicating quite well and forcing some turnovers and taking advantage of some mistakes by the Central Lady Lions.
One thing of note, Kendall Pace just took her a shot of pickle juice, so I hope she is not cramping, but we do want to keep an eye on her. She is on the bench right now for the Lady Dogs.
She could be like me, and she just likes it anyway.
Maybe so.
It could be a preventative measure
could be.
too.
We'll keep an eye on that though, as right now the Lady Dogs have Ware, Golden, Washington, Boozer, and Barclay on the floor. McEwen with it will go right back to Powers. Powers to Edwards, left side. Edwards is going to work off the wing. They'll go to McEwen. Now they try to work it underneath. Yep, and we're going to have a foul called. Asia Ware was playing pretty tough defense there on number 20, Leah Adams. And Ware will be called for the foul. That is going to be her second. She is the only Lady Dog with more than one foul. Over to the left side. Shot is on the way, and it is good from Allie Grace Edwards. 22-15. Barclay across the timeline. Top of the key left side now to Boozer. Boozer looking for some help. She'll give it to Golden. Golden's going to bounce it back outside. She'll work it to the right side. Now has to come by. Oh, they try to work it to Barclay, but it is stolen by McEwen. McEwen's going to push it ahead. It's going to be 2-on-1, 2 defenders. She's going to bump in. Oh, and a block called on Chastity Washington. That's a soft foul.
I mean, really. Chastity picks up the foul. I tell you what, though, on the other end, when Tareen threw the ball away, there was no one to throw it to, and she had to dish that ball out, or else she was going to get called for the 5 seconds.
Listen, I hate to say this, because I promised myself I would do better about the officiating and my commentary on it. I've seen toilet paper that was harder than that foul. But a steal right away by Kinsley Boozer. Boozer's going to push it up the floor. Now she'll hold things up and wait for help. Top of the key left side. Barclay steps into a 3. Oh, it was off the front of the rim, just short from Haven Barclay. And the Lady Lions come away with the rebound. As Powers on the other end, she goes to the corner into Wilson, or Young, I should say. Now they'll go back to Powers. Powers top of the key. She's going to work to her right. She's going to give it up to McEwen. McEwen will go right back to her. Now they'll work it into the lane. The paint shot was up, no good. Rebounded by Haven Barclay. Barclay let everybody go down and get set. Left side now to Washington. Washington on the baseline. The shot is up. And a foul called on the other end. We got that one back.
Yeah, they're going to get number 25, Molly Young, the freshman, on her first foul. Team foul number 5, so no matter what, that should be shots at the free throw line. The game clock ran for about 5 seconds. Ours stopped, but the clock on the scoreboard here ran, so we'll go with whatever they have. That first free throw is no good. The clock here shows 1:43.
Barron Barrow is going to check into the game for Asia Ware. Chastity Washington missed her first free throw, and she's got one more on the way. So 22-15 is your score. 1:43 left to play here in period number 2. Second free throw attempt is up and no good from Washington, but Kendall Pace will track down the loose ball and pick up the rebound. Over to the left side, it's going to be Washington with it again on the wing. Oh, she's going to deke a defender, go around her. The shot was blocked, and then a loose ball and it is going to be out of bounds on Central. Cedartown basketball. McEwen tried to pick it up off of the floor as it went out of the hands of Haven Barclay, but it was out of bounds, and it'll stay Cedartown basketball. Inbounds pass coming from Washington. Washington into Pace. Pace puts it on the floor and loses it off of her foot, I believe, and it'll be Central basketball. So a second opportunity there goes by the wayside after a dropped pass, and Central will get it right back with right at a minute and a half left to play. Inbounds pass will go to number 15, Powers. Powers across the timeline, right side to McEwen. McEwen goes back to Powers. Powers, top of the key. She's going to work to her left, and they will go to Edwards. Now to the corner, and McEwen back to Edwards. Edwards going to work around Pace. Has to give it up to Powers. Powers now, I tell you what, nobody can get past Kendall Pace defensively tonight. She is just all over the place, but Wilson is going to draw the foul once again and will go to the free throw line. Let's see who they will call.
It's going to be on Haven Barclay. That's her second foul. And each side now has 5 fouls apiece. They're both over the limit in the bonus.
Rachel Wilson to the free throw line for the second time this period. 4th trip of the half, and she misses the first one. She is really struggling tonight from the free throw line.
I'll tell you, if they get more free throws, they have the lead right now. They've had a lot of opportunities from the stripe. That one is good, making the score 22-16.
Inbounds pass will go to Haven Barclay. You want to preserve this lead and go into halftime with a lead if possible. Barclay going to work to the left side to Pace. Pace is going to go back to the top of the key to Boozer. Boozer will go to the right side to Barclay. She's going to step into a 3, and it's good. Haven Barclay from 5 feet from beyond the arc drains it. 25-16.
Something about those long threes tonight for her. I'm telling you what.
McEwen's going to drive the baseline, runs into Barclay. Good defense there by Haven. They force it back outside. It's going to be Powers. She has her pocket picked, but McEwen is there to clean it up. Left side to Edwards. Edwards is going to drive in the paint. The high arcing shot off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Barrow. Barrow will give it up to Barclay. Barclay with right at 25 on the clock. They will go to Boozer with it. Boozer to Pace. Pace top of the key. Back to Boozer, left wide open, but the high arcing shot off the glass was no good. The rebound was taken by Central. Other side, Haven Barclay knocks it away. Coach Green almost got a face full of basketball, but luckily,
yeah, he was in the line of fire.
Able to get out of the way.
13 seconds to go here in the second half.
25-16.
Second period.
Powers with it off the inbounds pass. Goes to the left side. They'll go to McEwen. McEwen with it. Now works to the corner. The ball was dropped. Picked back up then. And Wilson is going to drive. And they're going to get a foul called and the basket. That's her first field goal.
Chastity Washington picks up the foul that time. That's her second. And Marin Barrow will go to the bench for the next 3 seconds as Anna Kate Bussey will come back out for rebounding.
Wilson has 3 points on the night so far from the free throw line, and only a single basket from the field as that one is up, and it is no good. So the and one no good. The rebound taken by Bussey. Bussey will give it to Barclay. Barclay to Boozer, and that will do it for the first half of play. But the Cedartown Lady Dogs with a lead over the Central Lady Lions. Your score at the half is 25-18. We will take a 60-second timeout and come back and talk about that first half and have a preview of the second half as well as the boys matchup. You are listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, back after this 60-second timeout.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dawgs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
So welcome back. We're at the half. The Cedartown Lady Bulldogs lead at 25-18 over the Central Lady Lions. And, I'm seeing some good things from these Lady Bulldogs here. Central, though, I feel like they're not playing up to the potential they think they should. So if they're able to make some improvements, Sam, at halftime, Lady Bulldogs are certainly going to have to make those proper adjustments. And one thing I think Central may end up doing in the second half is something they kind of started doing in the second quarter, and that's doing the full court press.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is something that Cedartown has struggled with all season long, and most teams are well aware of that and use that to their advantage. But however, tonight it looks like Central has not really been able to commit to that. And you're right, we did see some flashes of that there in the second period of play, but I'm not exactly sure why that is not a consistent deal. However, we will not complain about it one bit. Haven Barclay leading the scoring effort for the Lady Dogs so far. She's got 10 points on the night. Kendall Pace with 6, Kinsley Boozer with 5, and then both Chastity Washington and Anna Kate Bussey with 2 points each. You would expect to see Kinsley Boozer to get more involved in shooting. One thing that our cameraman Joseph Bailey, who came down and is sitting with us right quick during this halftime break, one thing that he brought up is our lack of rebounding compared to what we're used to being able to do. Kinsley Boozer typically is our leading rebounder.
Right.
And she's just been a little slow to get the boards tonight. It may be because she's a little more out of position. It might be because they're running, offensive schemes a little bit differently, which puts her in a different spot once that ball is shot. But I would like to see that improvement happen in the second half as our rebounding, especially defensively. I mean, there was one offensive possession for Central down here where they took 3 or 4 shots without Cedartown able to secure the rebound. So we'll see what the Lady Dogs are able to do there. But other than that, I mean, you have to, tip your hat to this Lady Dog team so far. They're doing exactly what they need to do. With Central not pressing, it allows Cedartown to do a couple of things. Number one, it allows you to control the pace of play. You can take your time getting across half court. You don't have to rush through that to break the press, which then puts you into a rush once you get into your front court. The second thing that allows you to do is set up your offense the way that you want to run it. Instead of, okay, let's break the press, and then once we've been able to break the press, then we can set up our offense and run it the way we want to. No, we're doing that from the get-go. So that's right. Allowing us to run those plays that Coach Green is drawing up for the girls and wanting them to do. So I like those two things. I like that we're able to control the pace of play and that we don't get into a run-and-gun game. Unfortunately, the Lady Dogs are not comfortable enough handling the basketball to win in a run-and-gun type game. We have to control the pace of play.
Right, and that's a very good observation there, and I think that's certainly one thing the Lady Dogs would love to improve upon. But as of right now, they're going to have to just rely on the way this game has been going. And Central is certainly not helping their own cause when it comes to some of the mistakes they've been making with turnovers. We have forced a lot of defensive turnovers, and I think that has also been a very successful part of this game, has been the fact that we've been able to get some of those turnovers to go our way. And so we'll just have to wait and see if that's how things go, as they're continuing to work on the shot clock, and it's still out of sync, both shot clocks on each side of the gym. So I don't know exactly what they're going to be able to do for the rest of the night tonight. Probably just going to have to go business as usual, how they've been doing it, kind of the status quo. But today, though, Sam, sign of the times, tryouts for baseball, tennis, and girls and boys soccer have all taken place today. I was looking at Coach King's Facebook page. 65 boys came out for soccer this year. 65. Cedartown baseball. A lot of guys coming out for that as well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're trying to test the shot clock, and it just wrung our ears out.
Well,
but it's a sign of the times.
It works.
Oh yeah, the buzzer works. However, the timer itself does not.
It does not work. No, but it is. We are right on the doorstep of spring sports, and so that's an exciting time, of course, for all of us, especially for you, Andrew. I know that you love baseball season. I love baseball season as well, but Andrew might love it a little more than most, and so baseball will be returning soon, as well as those other spring sports. And that's just, to see 65 boys come out and try out for that soccer team. I think that it is a big point to make, because a lot of resources in the past have not gone to soccer. It wasn't up until I think I was in high school that Cedartown even had a soccer team.
Oh yeah, when I was in high school, we didn't have a boys soccer team.
And you're starting to see soccer locally grow and starting to reflect more stateside what it is worldwide. Soccer is the most popular sport worldwide.
Yeah.
And it's starting to grow here in the States, and of course now it's starting to grow locally, and we have a lot of kids that deserve that opportunity.
Well, and let me also tell you a sport that's also seeing some growth, and that's basketball in our recreation department.
Yes, it is.
And you're starting to see the fruits of that labor in the middle school and high school programs. While they warm up, we'll take this 60-second timeout, and we'll have the start of the second half coming up in a moment. This is Cedartown High School basketball on the Cedartown High School Bulldog Sports Network. Lady Dogs up 25-18.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Welcome back. We're about ready to start the second half at the half-court mark. The Lady Lions will have possession to start out, so the possession arrow will be pointing to Cedartown. And here's Sam Branch to tell you about the second half.
Thank you, Andrew Carter. Inbounds pass will go to Power. She's going to bring it across the timeline, and the backcourt violation called immediately.
That was quick.
Thanks to the tough defense there of the senior Bulldog leadership of Kendall Pace. Man, she's been playing excellent defense all night. Anna Kate Bussey will inbound it for the Lady Dogs. She'll go to Marion Barrow in the corner. They'll go outside now to Bussey. Bussey goes to Boozer, top of the key. You want to turn that turnover into points. Outside to Bussey. The shot is up and no good. Out of bounds, and it is going to be Central basketball. And I think that was the right call there as both girls went after it, but I do think it was off of Barrow last. So it's going to be Powers with it. She'll bring it across the timeline. Left side, they're going to go to McEwen. McEwen will go back to Powers. Powers on the wing. Now they'll try to dish it inside. They'll have to pop it back out to McEwen. McEwen, she's going to go around a couple of defenders. The little floater is up, and it is no good. And Kendall Pace comes away with the rebound. She'll go ahead to Barrow. Barrow on the right side, puts on the brakes, goes to Bussey. Bussey in the paint, drives the layup, is up and no good. But the rebound and the putback is also no good from Pace. We've got a foul called.
They're going to get Anna Kate Bussey as she was on her way out from underneath the basket, and that'll be, I believe, her second foul. First team foul for Cedartown.
And listen, I love her enthusiasm. I love the effort that Anna Kate Bussey brings to the floor every single night. But you know by now that you have a target on your back, so don't commit sloppy fouls like that, because all that does is hurt herself. On the other end, Central's going to drive the baseline. They're going to kick out. The three is on the way, and it is no good. But Powers will track down the loose ball rebound. She's going to bounce it out to the left wing. Now they'll go into the corner. It's going to be Rainwater. Rainwater's going to go all the way across the side, and it's going to be a baseline drive again for Central. And they try to pop it back outside. Loose ball. Finally tracked down, and it is Powers that'll back things out.
Shot clock at 5.
And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Haven Barclay, so it will be...
Actually, that's 6.
Yep, it'll be Central basketball with 6 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass will come from McEwen. McEwen is going to go to Powers with it. Right at the half-court line. Back to the right side of McEwen. McEwen's going to try the baseline. The little floater is up. It's off the front of the iron. No good. And the rebound was taken by Kendall Pace. Pace, I think, was looking around to the officials to make sure she could keep playing. Over to the right side is Ware. Ware with it on the wing. Now she's going to put it down, try to go around her defender. She has to pop it back outside. She needs help. They try to get it to Barclay, and McEwen is there. And the girls collide with each other, going after the loose ball, but it will stay with Cedartown.
Well, tough defense there by Leah Adams there on who's covering Asia Ware. Asia had nowhere to go. She had to pass it, or they were going to call the 5-second violation on her.
Ware's got to get it in now. And they go to Barclay with it when they had Boozer right there. A steal from Adams. Adams is going to drive, goes around Boozer, and off the glass, the shot is up and no good. Out of bounds off of McEwen, and it's going to stay Central basketball, even though I think that should be Cedartown basketball.
Yeah, neither official really saw the play. The one that was closest to it did not have a good eye on it. The other official on the far side signaled it was Central's basketball.
The inbounds pass will come from Powers. Both squads still looking for the first points of this second half of play. 25-18 is your score. High arcing shot off the glass is no good. Chastity Washington comes away with the rebound. She's going to push it up the floor for the Lady Dogs. Takes it coast to coast. The basket is good, and Washington gets the first points of the second half. 27-18. Powers now with it on the other side for Central. She's going to get it underneath the lane. The shot is up and no good.
Lady Dogs defense has shut down the down low for Central.
Marion Barrow with the rebound on the other end. Boozer with the left side layup. Good. 29-18. A timeout on the floor. We will take it with them. Cedartown High School basketball here on the Big AA. The Lady Dogs lead 29-18. Back after this break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
29-18 is your score. 5:40 left to play here in the third period. Cedartown on a 4-0 run to start out this second half of play. Still in the timeout. And we are getting ready to go back to work, but so far the Bulldogs have kept the pedal to the metal coming out of halftime. And it'll be Central basketball. Cedartown will put out Boozer, Washington, Ware, Barrow, and Barclay. The inbounds pass is going to come from McEwen. Cedartown goes to a full court press. They get it into Rainwater, right back to McEwen. Washington will try to pick her up there. Now Boozer will. Now Barclay will. Now they'll work it to the left side to Powers. Over to Rainwater. She's going to drive on the baseline. Go to the right side of McEwen. McEwen off of the wing. She's going to drive. Runs into the defense, and they are going to get a travel called on McEwen as the Lady Dogs defense holds down low. Just like you said, we've shut them down low.
Yeah, Haven Barclay and Marin Barrow kind of sandwiched her in. She had nowhere to go with it, and she lifted up her foot.
Washington will come out. Kendall Pace will check back in. Now Central will go to the full court press. Anything you can do, I can do better.
5 seconds.
You've got to get it in.
Or no, we got a timeout first. Timeout called by Coach Green. We'll take it with him. 5:22 to go. Back after this.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Out of the timeout, Cedartown will inbound it again. They will get it into Pace this time. Pace is going to beat the press. Loses it, though, at half court, and McEwen picks it up. McEwen goes ahead to Rainwater, and that one is off the glass and good. That's Central's first basket of the second half. Inbounds pass will go to Barclay. Barclay will go back to Ware. Ware loses it. Picks it up in the corner, needs help. Ware with it still off of the pass, and now they're going to go ahead. Ware will try to get it to Boozer, and they're going to get the
10 seconds.
10 seconds called.
Coach Green is asking, well, the ball had already crossed the plane when you called the 10 seconds. And that's his gripe right now, but it's a gripe that will go unheard.
29-20 your score, 5:02 left to play here in the third period. The inbounds pass will go to Powers. Powers at the top of the key. She's going to work to her right. Now she'll come back to the left side into Rainwater. Rainwater going to go all the way across the court to Powers on the wing. Far side. Now they'll work it to McEwen. McEwen, the little jumper in the lane. It was no good. Rebounded by Rainwater. The shot, it was up and no good. And rebounded again by McEwen. The shot up, no good. This time Asia Ware comes away with the rebound. She'll give it ahead to Haven Barclay. Barclay will bring it across the timeline. Left side now to Barrow. Barrow will go back to Boozer. Boozer is going to drive the paint, the kick out to Pace. Pace.
Yep. Took the extra step. Sure did. Pace call for the travel.
Buddy, that's about as close as you can get, though. Turnover with 4.5 minutes left to play. The Achilles heel of the Cedartown offense all season long has been their ability to break the full court press, and Central starting to inflict some damage against the Lady Dogs with that full court press. Powers off the inbounds pass. Left side, they're going to go to Rainwater. Rainwater works it back to the middle of the floor. She's lost in no man's land. Has to go to the right side to Powers, and now they call Powers for the travel, and Cedartown will get the basketball right back.
Yeah, Powers was set up for a three. She tried to kind of back it up and then go around, but took the step when she did that. And you know they're going to press just about every opportunity they can get, Will Central.
The inbounds pass will come from Ware to Barclay. Barclay with it, going to work around Rainwater. She'll just drive it up the floor, near side. Good way to break the press there by Barclay. Left side now to Ware. Ware's going to work around a defender. Goes to Boozer. Boozer thought about a three, pulled it down, now drives the paint. The floater is up, and it is no good, even though there was a hand on it. She still made a good shot, though, but Central comes away with the rebound. Left side, Barclay in for the steal, but it is out of bounds, and it will stay Central basketball.
Anna Kate Bussey's going to check into the game. She'll go in for Marin Barrow. She'll take a seat. 3:59 to go here in the third. 29-20, Sam.
That's another thing that we did not have the luxury of last year that we do have a little bit more wiggle room with, that I feel like Coach Green does really well with, rotating personnel.
Right.
Inbounds pass will go to Powers. Powers to the left side. Now they'll work it into the lane. The shot is up, and it is good from Rachel Wilson.
It's been kind of a rare thing there for Central here, just getting a shot down low.
Now Barclay all by herself off the glass is up, and it is good from Haven Barclay.
Well, busted coverage there by Central, left her wide open on the layup.
Powers will go around Pace. Now they'll dish it underneath to Wilson, and they are going to get Wilson called for a foul on the floor, and it'll be against guess who?
Bussey.
That's her third. So Barrow's not going to get to take much of a break at all because she's going to have to go in and get Anna Kay. Marion Barrow will check back in. Anna Kate Bussey will come out with 3 fouls. Bussey's with 2 points and 2 rebounds on the night so far. Inbounds pass will come from Powers. Powers will go to Wilson. Wilson's going to try to work around traffic. Has it tipped, but she gets it back. Now she's run into trouble again. Throws it up, and Kendall Pace with the steal. Pace will push it up the floor. Over to the right side to Barclay. Barclay goes to the left side now. Top of the key, it's Asia Ware. Ware's going to work it to Pace. Pace, loose ball. Not a good pass and catch there. And Rainwater with the steal. Riley Rainwater on the far side. Works it back to the middle of the floor. And it is thrown away. Haven Barclay again with it all by herself. Up and good from Haven Barclay. Back-to-back steals for Barclay and back-to-back baskets off of the steal. 33-22. Left side now. It's going to be Young. Young's going to drive the baseline. Now she'll come back outside to Edwards. Edwards over to the right side to Powers. Powers is going to work to the top of the key. They try to get it into Wilson, and it's going to be a kick ball, and it will be Central basketball, I believe.
That appears to be correct.
They're going to take it out from the baseline. 2:44 left to play here in the third. Inbounds pass will come from Powers. Powers going to work it in the top of the key. Pace just picks it off. Kendall Pace doing her best DB moves, takes it to the glass. Coast to coast, the shot was up.
Wow, foul
and it was no
called.
good.
There was a foul that was not called. I had her tied up, and now they're going to get a foul on Cedartown's Kinsley Boozer after it was rebounded, and that'll be her second foul. But I'm telling you what, the defender that was following Pace had her arms tied up with her, and the official did not see it, did not make the call.
33-22 the score. Inbounds pass will go to McEwen. McEwen, the floor general for this Lady Lions team, will bring it across half court. Left side, they'll go to Edwards with it. Edwards trying to work it into the paint. They go to Wilson. Wilson, the drive. The shot is up, and it is good from number 23, Rachel Wilson. Inbounds pass will go to Barclay. Full court press on. Barclay trying to create a little space. She'll just drive through traffic. She's going to go coast to coast. Tried to get it to Marion Barrow, and Barrow just not able to handle the pass out of bounds.
I'll tell you, if she goes up for the shot herself, does Barclay, she might get fouled and might go to the line for 2. I understand what you're trying to do there, but maybe the pass is the better chance play. I'm not sure.
Over to the right side, they'll go to Young. Young will go to Rainwater. The 3 is on the way, no good. It was long out of bounds, last touch by Barclay, so it will stay Central basketball. Chastity Washington is going to check back into the game, and Haven Barclay will get a breather, hopefully, for the next at least minute or so. I'd like to see her sit out the rest of the third period, get refreshed and ready to go for the fourth. 2:01 left to play here in the third. Inbounds pass is going to come from McEwen. McEwen having trouble getting it in. They go right inside, though, to Adams, and the shot is up, and it is no good. And Marion Barrow comes away with the defensive board. She'll give it up to Golden. Taurine Golden with it. Over to Washington. Washington on the right wing. She's going to drive. Little floater is no good. Rebounded by Adams. Adams will bring it up the floor for Central, looking for help. She'll go to the left side into Edwards. Edwards top of the key. Now the left side to Rainwater. She's going to drive the baseline. We just let her go, but her shot was no good. But Adams on the rebound and the putback, and the basket is good, and she will go to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play.
Foul's called on number 10, Pace. I was kind of surprised. I was thinking it was going to be on Washington, but it will be Kendall's first foul.
Chastity Washington will come out. Kinsley Boozer will check back in. On the other side of things, it looks like number 15, Powers, will check back into the game. And number 22, McEwen's still out there, so I'm not sure who came out. Leah Adams to the free throw line for the chance to complete the three-point play. The shot is up, and it is no good, and it's a live ball, and we weren't ready for it. And she tracked it down, tried to go with the layup, and it was no good. But it's out of bounds, last touch by Cedartown. We were asleep at the wheel.
Goodness
Marion Barrow got the ball and just stood there with it, and nobody else moved except for Adams. Inbounds pass will come from Central. It goes into McEwen, and a jump ball called almost immediately.
Yeah, it'll be Cedartown basketball, but the official should have, as soon as that, right before that shot was made, should have put his finger up to say one.
Yep, he should have reminded him. You are exactly right.
Doesn't excuse the inattention of what was going on, but still, that's usually what they normally do.
Bolden off the inbounds pass, picks up her dribble, has to give it up to Asia Ware, who just runs into McEwen, and we've got another jump ball call.
It's going to go to Central again, but I'll tell you what, that was a very rough jump ball.
The Lions head coach, I think, was wanting a foul called there. John Strickland did not like it. Inbounds pass will come from from Powers, and it goes into McEwen. The shot is up, and it is no good. Loose ball tipped away by Kendall Pace.
No. And Pace had a chance to pick that ball up. She just let it go out of bounds, thinking that it was touched last by Central. You got to pick up that ball. If you got a chance to get to it, you got to take that chance.
The inbounds pass will come from Powers. They'll go to the corner to McEwen, who's going to fire a three. No good. Rebounded by Kinsley Boozer. Boozer will push it down the floor for the Lady Dogs across the timeline. Right at the Bulldog logo to the left side now to Asia Ware, knocked out of bounds by McEwen, and it'll stay Cedartown basketball.
They will bring Haven Barclay back into the ballgame with 1:03 to go. Tareen Golden will head to the bench.
The inbounds pass will come from Ware. Far side of the court. That far sideline inbounds goes to Boozer. Boozer, Bulldog logo. Works to her right, they go to Pace. Pace is going to drive the lane. Now she runs into a defender, and we've got another jump ball called, and this one will be Cedartown basketball. Kendall Pace and Camry McEwen tied things up in the paint, and it'll be Cedartown possession. 19 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass will come from Ware. They're going to go to Pace. Pace, the layup from the right side is no good, but she tracks down her own rebound, and then it is loose, and she loses it out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball.
Suddenly Central's defense is really starting to close in a bit. And they're catching back up. It's 33-26. 7-point game.
Powers with it across the timeline. Top of the key. Working off of that pivot foot, goes to the left side to Edwards, right back to McEwen at the top of the key. She's going to work to the right side. It's poked away by Pace, picked up by Boozer. Kinsley looking for help. She'll get it to Asia Ware. Ware's going to drive, puts it to Barclay. A three on the way, no good. But the rebound by Kendall Pace, and we're going to have another jump ball called.
That was a very, very quick jump. I think we only had one hand on it. It's going to go to Central with 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And it's 33-26, the lead for Cedartown.
The inbounds pass will go to Powers. Powers down the floor for the Lions. Over to the right side. Now she'll have to come back to the left side to Edwards. That one was almost picked off. Now they'll try to get it into the lane to Rainwater, and that one is knocked away. But Central tracks it down in the corner. Now McEwen will pop it back outside. Now back to the corner. A three on the way, no good. Rebound by Kendall Pace. Pace will give it up to Boozer. Boozer's going to drive ahead. Got to get a shot off. High off the glass and good.
How about these buzzer shots?
I'm telling you, the Lady Dog freshman just made the buzzer go, and it's 35-26. We will go to the final frame of Cedartown High School Wednesday night high school hoops here at the Doghouse. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors here on the Big Double A.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Cedartown will have it to start the final frame here, and the inbound pass goes to Kendall Pace, and it is stolen, but then Kinsley Boozer picks it back up. Over to the right side, Barclay fires a three. Haven Barclay, that is her third from beyond the arc. 38-26 is your score. Cedartown leads underneath Wilson. The shot blocked, picked up by Kendall Pace.
I think she also had the block too.
Over to the right side. Barclay, she's going to fire another three, and that one's no good. Rebound, and the putback by Pace, though, is good.
Hot start by the Lady Bulldogs here, 40-26, and already time is called on the other end. We'll take it with them. 7:30 to play in the ball game. Cedartown 40, Central 26.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Haven Barclay with 17 points on the night so far. Correction, she is 4 of 7 from three-point range. Leading this Lady Dogs scoring effort as they have a lead over the Central Lady Lions, 40-26, and we've got a foul called on the floor, and it is going to be on, you guessed it, you win the prize. Anna, Kate Bussey, come on down. It's a new car.
It's a new seat for Bussey.
I tell you.
On the sideline. 4th foul for her. She'll get replaced. Out on the floor.
Inbounds pass will come to McEwen. McEwen's going to drive the baseline. Kick over to Rainwater. A little hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Haven Barclay.
Their shooting, Sam, has just not been that accurate tonight.
We'll go to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. They'll go to the top side of the key to Pace, and I think a lot of part of that is because of just how well defensively Cedartown has played as Asia Ware is fouled as she goes into the paint.
Foul's called on, I think, 25, Molly Young. That'll be her second foul. The foul occurred on the floor. She was beginning to transition into a shot, but not enough.
Inbounds pass goes to Pace. Pace goes to Barrow. The three from Marion Barrow. Barrow hits from beyond the arc. 43-26.
17-point lead for Cedartown here.
Powers with it, right side. They'll go to Rainwater in the corner. She's going to try to work out of almost a double team as Boozer and Barrow were right there on her. It is out of bounds. Last touch by Central. It'll be Central's basketball, Last touch by the Lady Dogs. Riley Rainwater will inbound it from the corner on the sideline. The inbounds pass will go to Powers. Powers will back it out towards the mid-court, and now she's going to go left side, top of the key, now to McEwen. McEwen on the wing. McEwen directing traffic, wants some help in the corner. Asia Ware, she was going for the steal, but she went a little too tough and draws the foul on number 5, Riley Rainwater.
Quite the dive.
That will be Ware's third.
Quite the dive there by Ware.
McEwen will inbound it from the exact opposite way that they inbounded it last time, and it is almost thrown away, and it is. They were trying to get it to Riley Rainwater on the other side of the court, and they just threw it away. So Cedartown basketball in Central automatically back into the press.
Well, she got a hand on it.
The inbounds pass will go to Pace. Pace goes right back to Asia Ware with it, who just puts it on the floor and drives, tries to go to Boozer, and it just wasn't there.
Well, the pass was just kind of off the mark there. And again, it's a good play. It was a play that I know Coach Green has drawn up, but the pass just wasn't thrown accurately. Passing for the Lady Bulldogs hasn't been the best tonight, but thankfully it's been made up for by good defense and good shooting from down low.
And another loose ball. This one is going to be picked up by Asia Ware, who just wrestles it away from Rainwater. They go ahead to Pace. Pace off the pass from Barclay. She'll go right back to Haven with it now. Left side to Asia Ware. Ware will go to Boozer on the wing. Now she's going to drive the baseline. The little 4-foot floater in and out, no good. But she gets her own rebound, it looks like.
Jump ball. It's going to go back to Central. As the possession arrow was the opposite direction, Sam.
So the Lions will get it with just under 6 minutes left to play. Cedartown with a 43-26 lead, trying to pick up their first win in region play of the 2023-2024 campaign. Top side. Now they'll go to the right into McEwen. McEwen's going to try to work it back, but a steal by Pace. Pace with it. She'll back it out now and wait for help. Now to the left side to Boozer. Boozer's double team. They go back to Pace. Pace to Barclay. Off the front of the iron. It was short. Rebound taken by Asia Ware. Ware will try to get it to Barrow. Barrow saves it. What a play by Marion Barrow in the corner, but it goes right to McEwen. McEwen will try to dish it underneath, and we've got a stoppage called. Well, I mean, I know it went out of bounds, but I feel like he blew his whistle well before the ball went out of bounds. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Isn't that a song? I'm sure it's several. I was going to say, I'm sure it's several, actually. Central will keep possession of the ball as Tari and Golden will check in for the Lady Dogs.
Dream by the Everly Brothers.
Yeah.
Follow That Dream, Elvis, who knows?
Wilson with the shot in the paint, no good. Tracks her on rebound, though. And the putback is no good, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. She has been to the stripe quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, Asia Ware picks up the foul, her fourth. I mean, Dreamweaver.
I like it.
All I do is dream.
Yeah. First one on the way from Wilson is good.
Dream Lover.
Daydream Believer.
Daydream Believer.
Yeah, by the Monkeys. That free throw was good. It is now 43-27. Second one on the way from Wilson, and that one is no good. And the rebound is taken by Haven Barclay. Barclay will push it up near side of the court. She's going to work back to the middle. Left side, they will go to Pace. Pace come back to the right. Barrow's going to fire another three. That one is in and out. No good. She did have a defender in her face, though, and a turnover called as Central gets called for the travel in the paint in their backcourt. So it'll be Cedartown basketball underneath their own basket. And Barrow is going to come out, and Ware is going to go in. Coach Green gets Barrow as soon as she comes out. They'll go to Golden. Golden is going to fire a 3-0 and a stuck basketball. Whoops.
That's usually a jump ball, is it not?
Somebody's got to get it. Don't look at me. They're asking for volunteers to get out the loose basketball, and for some reason, nobody volunteered myself.
Well, I can't imagine why.
I don't know why.
Oh, well. It is Cedartown basketball as the arrow was pointing in our direction, so we will get it back after the three got stuck, wedged in there.
Asia Ware will handle the inbounds duties off of the baseline, trying to get it into Haven Barclay. They do. Barclay, it's fouled.
Yeah, she was.
She went up for the layup on the left side, and she was fouled by Wilson, and that is her second. And Barclay's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. 4:58 left to play. 43-27. Lady Dogs with the lead.
Haven Barclay having herself a day.
First one on the way is up, and it is good.
44-27.
Of course, the boys will be in action following the conclusion of this game, and that's going to be another tough test for our Cedartown boys that are coming off of that big emotional win against Rock Park.
Rebound by Kendall Pace, though shot was no good.
Barclay with it will go back to Pace. Pace top the key, left side to Asia Ware. Ware on the wing, she'll go to Washington. Washington with it, she'll go to Tari and Golden. Golden to Pace. Pace in the corner. Near side, they go back to Barclay, and a foul is called.
Yep. Camry McEwen collided with her. Her third foul, and team foul number 3 for Central.
Asia Ware will handle the inbounds pass. She's going to get it into Barclay. Barclay into the backcourt. Now we'll bring it into the front court for the Lady Dogs. McEwen playing tough defense on her. They try to get it to Washington, and it is just off of Chastity's hands. It'll be Central basketball. Adams will inbound it for the Lady Lions. Powers will bring it across the timeline, top of the key. Going to work to the right side to McEwen. McEwen will go into the corner to Adams. Adams working on the baseline. They'll get it to Rainwater. She's going to turn, try to get some space. Now they kick it outside. A three is on the way from Powers, and it touched the top of the scaffolding on the backboard on the shot, and so it is no good.
Hey, maybe that jolt got the shot clock working.
I mean, I'll take it at this point. Anything to help. Asia Ware will inbound it. Central in the full court press. We'll get it into Pace. Pace will go right back to Ware with it.
So much for that.
Tried to get it to Pace, but McEwen is there in the paint. And Pace comes away with the momentary steal. Now she gets it back ahead to Marion Barrow. Barrow puts her feet down. Shot is up, no good. The rebound and the putback by Kendall Pace is no good.
Well, a lot went on there. She got fouled, did Pace. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot. I think they got Riley Rainwater, number 5, on the foul.
If so, that will be her third. I like your way of thinking on that one, Andrew Carter.
4:05 to play in the ball game. A chance to stretch this lead out even more.
First one on the way from Pace. No good. Kendall with 8 points on the night, 11 rebounds, but she is 0 of 2 from the strike. Second one on the way, no good. Central comes away with the rebound. It'll be Powers on the far side. She's going to work off of the wing, tries to go around Pace. She knocks it away, loose ball, and they just lose it out of bounds. Does Central and number 15, Powers. So it'll be a turnover, and Cedartown will get the basketball back. The Lions once again go into the full court press. They get it into Pace. Pace is going to drive it down over the right side to Barclay. Barclay drives the timeline, and she is fouled as she went up for the shot. They're going to get number 20.
Yep, Leah Adams picks up the foul. That'll be her second. And already we're to bonus territory.
3:48 left to play, 44-27. Haven Barclay back to the strike. Heck of a performance by this Cedartown basketball team tonight, but especially from the young lady at the free throw line. First one on the way from Barclay. Off the back of the iron, no good. Central will readjust personnel. And Barclay will get set to take her second attempt. This one is up, and this one is good.
They wave it off on a lane violation.
They called Marion Barrow on the lane violation. So 44-27 is the score. Central making some substitutions. And now we're ready to go. The inbounds pass will go to Powers. Powers will bring it across the timeline. She's going to go to the right side. Now back to the left to McEwen. McEwen will go to Rainwater in the corner. She's going to try to drive the baseline. Now she'll run into the defense and have to kick back out. Now they'll go to McEwen. McEwen to Adams in the paint. A good move there by Adams, and the basket counts, and a quick timeout called. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this short break here on Cedartown High School Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Score with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to play in the ball game. Cedartown leading 44-29, the Lady Bulldogs. And I was doing a little bit of research here in the break. The last time the Cedartown Lady Bulldogs have defeated the Lady Lions was way back on January the 8th of 2019. So this Lady Bulldogs team is on the precipice of doing something they haven't done in almost 5 years, and that's defeating the Central Lady Lions.
They got to hold on for the last 3.5 minutes, though. Haven Barclay will inbound the pass for the Lady Dogs. Trying to get it into somebody. They'll get it into Boozer. Central back in this full court press defense. She gets double teamed in the corner, and Central just takes it away from her. And Powers, top of the key. They'll work it to McEwen. McEwen goes underneath to Riley. Rainwater, the high arcing shot, no good. High off the glass, it was tracked down by Kendall Pace. Pace will push it ahead now. She'll slow things up and wait for help. Asia Ware, top of the key, right side to Barclay. Barclay on the wing. Near side, they go to Pace.
No reason to hurry anything.
Left side to Boozer. Boozer to Barrow, excuse me. Barrow top of the key, left side to Ware. Ware to Barclay. Barclay left side. They go to Kendall Pace with it. Back to Boozer. Top of the key. Lost it for a moment. Got it back. Now she's got to dribble out of some trouble. 7 on the shot clock. Right side. Now they'll go to Barrow. Barrow with it. Has to dribble. 1 on the shot clock, and we threw it away to McEwen. McEwen with the steal. She's going to push it up the floor. 2 on 1, and just the block there by Pace. She just put her hand on the ball. Out of bounds, Cedartown basketball.
Great defense down low. That has been our saving grace tonight. Our defense down low, blocking them from doing anything under the basket. We've had some turnovers. We've had some issues. but this defense by the Lady Bulldogs has bailed us out tonight, and our offense has been able to get something going.
Inbounds pass goes to Pace. Pace goes ahead to Boozer. One-on-one on the other end.
Foul.
And the foul called.
And the foul's going to be, I think, on 25. We'll see. It will be on number 25. That'll be her third foul. That's Molly Young. And Boozer to the free throw line with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the game.
Tinsley trying to get into double-digit figures tonight. She's got 9 points so far here against this Lady Lions squad. And her first free throw attempt is up, and it is no good. I would be interested as well to see how far back you have to go to see when the Lady Dogs got their last region win. We know it wasn't last year, so I'm guessing you'd have to go back at least into, well, we know at least into the, 21-22 season.
Right.
Second one on the way from Boozer, and it is also no good. Rebound taken by Central. It'll be McEwen that's going to push it up the floor, far side. She'll cross the timeline. Over to the right side now into the corner. Now they're working to Adams on the baseline, and we've got a foul called. And it is going to be against the Lady Dogs. We'll wait for the call, and it will be against number 10, Kendall Pace. That is just her second. Inbounds pass coming off the baseline. They will go to Young with it. Now the top of the key. It's going to be McEwen. McEwen's going to drive the paint. The little floater is up and no good, and Kendall Pace comes away with the rebound. The Bulldog senior will bring it down the floor and across the timeline. Top of the key, right side to Barrow. Barrow on the wing. Now they'll go back to the top of the key to Boozer. Boozer will work it to Golden. Golden tries to get it to Asia Ware, but it is knocked away by number 20, Leah Adams. It'll stay Cedartown basketball. Just under 2 minutes left to play. Inbounds pass will go to Boozer. Boozer top of the key, right side to Golden. Golden will go to Ware. Ware on the cut in the paint. The layup is good from Asia Ware. 46-29. Powers with it, far side, top of the key now. She'll work to her right. Left side to McEwen. McEwen into the corner. The three is on the way, and it is no good from Molly Young. Rebounded by Adams, and the putback is no good, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. They're going to get number 3, Asia Ware. And by my calculations, that's it. She has reached the limit, so Ware will come out. Leah Adams will go to the free throw line for Central. Taurine Golden will also come out. Chastity Washington will check in, as well as Haven Barclay.
You were asking the last time we won a region game for the Lady Bulldogs. It was 2020. It was the 2021-2022 season, and it was on January 25th against Southeast Whitfield.
First one is up and good from Adams. So almost 2 years ago. A couple of days away, basically, from 2 years ago. Second one is on the way, and it is no good from Adams. Rebound taken, though, by Central, and the putback is good from Molly Young. 46-32. Inbounds pass will go to Chastity Washington. Washington will go to Barrow. Barrow trying to do something with it. Has to push it up the floor on the near side.
Double dribble has been called on the other side.
Yeah, the official got a lot of help on that call from the head coach from Central.
Some of the student section is making their displeasure known on that call.
They got to be careful. Inbounds pass will come to Powers. Powers to the right side to Edwards. They'll get it to Rainwater. A three is on the way from the corner. No good. Loose ball picked up by Haven Barclay. Barclay is going to be fouled. And it'll be against number 25 of Central. That is Molly Young. That's her fourth.
Lady Bulldogs in the season, the last time we won a region, in 2020, and you go back to the last time we made the playoffs, we finished fourth in the region in the 2020-2021 season. But you have to go all the way back to 2019, the last time these Lady Bulldogs defeated the Central Lady Lions.
Haven Barclay with the first of two on the way, and it is good. 47-32 now your score.
And we are well on our way to doing that right now.
Barclay comes set. Second one is on the way, and it is good. And Haven Barclay now has 20 points on the night. What a night for that young lady. Powers with it, top of the key. Oh, she traveled, nothing called though. Left side now, Rainwater. She almost falls with it. And Kendall Pace with the steal. Pace is going to drive ahead. She'll go to the right side, but use her left hand. She can do it from both sides. 50-32. The Lady Dogs at the half-century mark.
I love it.
Over to the left side. Pace almost with the steal again. Edwards with it now. She'll go to the corner. Working off the baseline, and it is going to be out of bounds. And they're going to get a foul call on Chastity Washington.
Somehow.
So that's going to be Chastity's third, and it comes with right at 32 seconds left to play. Washington will come out, and Bussey will check back in, and it will send number 11, Nora Yarbrough.
Nora Yarbrough.
To the free throw line for the first time tonight. She is looking for her first points of the evening. First shot is up, and it is no good. Again, your score 50-32. Lady Dogs lead the Central Lady Lions in region play here on a Wednesday night. That one was in and out, rebounded by Central, and then another stoppage in play, and it'll be another foul. And this time on, you guessed it, and that's her fifth.
Anna Kate Bussey. I didn't even have to look up for that.
That's her fifth. So that's going to send number 5, Riley Rainwater, to the free throw line. This will be her first trip tonight. The first one is off the front of the iron, no good. Washington had to check right back in for Bussey. Rainwater comes set. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. So the score now 50-33. Inbounds pass will go to Barrow. Barrow goes back to Pace. Pace is going to bring it across the timeline. She goes to the right side to Barclay. Barclay in the corner by herself, going to work around the defender. She'll go to Boozer. Boozer now top of the key. Shot clock is off. Left side to Barclay. Barclay tried to get it to Washington, but it is just picked off by Adams, who takes it down. Oh, and a block. But the foul called on Kendall Pace.
She put her hand up there and got mostly ball, but also got some flash. And they'll call that every time.
Every time and twice on Wednesday nights.
10 seconds to go. Lady Bulldogs well on their way to their first region win of the year.
Adams to the free throw line for the fourth time tonight, and the first one is good. 50-34.
Incredible defense by these Lady Bulldogs, especially in the second half.
Second one on the way, and it is no good. Tipped around. Kendall Pace comes away with the rebound. Who else? And then it is knocked away, and it'll be Cedartown basketball.
Will Central concede or not?
6 seconds left. Nope, they're still in a full court press with 6 seconds left. They're going to play to the final buzzer, and in region play, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. Inbounds pass will go to Boozer. At least they're not going to foul. I'll give them that. And Boozer is just going to kind of put it in her pocket, and that's going to do it. The Cedartown Lady Dogs are going to pick up their first region win in nearly 2 years, and their first win over the Central Lions since 2019. Your final here from Cedartown High School on a Wednesday night, 50-34. What a game by our Lady Dogs. Andrew, let's take a 60-second break. We'll kind of wrap things up and look ahead at the boys' game. You're listening to Cedartown High School Hoops here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network, the Big AA.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Final score from the Doghouse. The Lady Bulldogs pick up their first region win in quite some time, and their first win over Central since 2019. The final score, Cedartown Lady Bulldogs 50 and Central Lady Lions 34. So much to be said about this game. One thing we'll say on the team-wide part, defense, defense, defense. That second half especially, we shut them down, but also the incredible play of the junior Haven Barclay today.
Yeah, Haven just put this team on her shoulders and just carried them the entire way. And not that the other girls were not contributing at all, but, you know, Haven just took charge, and that's something that I think that we've kind of been waiting on Haven to do the past few years. She was really the main floor general for the Lady Dogs last year. We were waiting on that breakout moment where she would have that big game. Well, let me tell you what, she had that big game and that breakout moment tonight. Haven will finish the night 6 of 10 from the floor. She was 4 of 7 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Finished tonight in double digits, 20 points. Kendall Pace also finished tonight. She finishes with a double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds for the Lady Dog senior. Kinsley Boozer finished the night with 9. Chastity Washington with 4. Marion Barrow finished tonight with 3 points, and Anna Kate Bussey and Asia Ware both finishing the night with 2 points each. So a big win for the Lady Dogs and a statement win, I think, for this program. If you look at their record, they're now 6-11 and 1-3 in region play. Outside looking in, you would not say that is a statement win, but when you have been a part of this program like we have, when you have seen the struggles that the Lady Dogs have gone through last year, even some into this year with some pretty big blowout losses, and you see them come into their own house and they pick up a win against a team that they have not beaten since 2019, and they do so convincingly. 50-34, they pick up their first region win, and I could not be more proud of these girls and the coaching staff and Coach Scott Green and Coach Casey McGee.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Sam. And what also this victory does is says, hey, look, if we can beat them again in a couple of weeks, and if we can beat, if we can beat Southeast Whitfield a couple of times, get into that region tournament, we have a chance to make the playoffs. And to say that this team has a chance to make the playoffs after the season we had last year, it's just incredible to think about, and what a great accomplishment that would be for this program. Coach Green coming into a terrible situation after the team went winless last season. But to get that first region win tonight, I know it's a long way to go. Friday will be the halfway point in the region schedule. But this Lady Bulldogs team, I think, with a lot of the confidence tonight, and one of the best they've looked, I think, all season long has been tonight in this ball game as they pick up the region win over Central 50-34. Sam, when we come back in here in about 10 minutes, we're going to have a showdown between two good teams. Central is a 2-loss team, but hey, that doesn't mean much. So was Rockmart when they came in on Saturday, and the Bulldogs took care of business against the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. This is a very good Central team, though, that the boys are going to be playing here a little bit. They're ranked in the top 10 in the state, and there's a lot of good basketball in 4A, let me tell you, in the state of Georgia. But we'll tell you about that when we get back here in a few moments. Your final score, Lady Bulldogs 50 and Lady Lions 34. A new video will start for the boys matchup, which will come your way in 10 minutes. If you're listening on the radio, stay tuned. We'll have more coming up as we continue. Cedartown High School basketball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The